Hey everybody, what is this? Sunday, June 4th, photo show and discussion number 194 is live for Sunday, June 4th, 2017. Kind of hard, we're in June already. Kind of amazing to me. The year's gone by so fast, but I hope everybody had a good week. Memorial Day was on Monday. So hopefully all of you paid just a little bit of time, took a little bit of time out of the barbecues and the beach and all that stuff to think about all those that kind of gave the ultimate price for us here in the States to allow us to enjoy a day like that and to enjoy the freedoms that we have. So hope everybody had a good and safe day. I'm sure Wes did, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good. How you doing?
Good.
All right. Good. Good. Did you guys get any rain down there today?
Yeah, we got some.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we got a fair amount here this today. We got about 1.5 inches here in Atlanta, so it's not too bad. So it's
I don't think we got quite that much, but
yeah. Summer heat full on for you now?
Not yet.
No.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's not. Yeah, it's not full on yet.
Wait until July, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of warm here. I mean, not totally not warm, but yeah, nothing like it would be like it will be in a couple weeks, I'm sure. So,
right.
Good. So you had a good weekend. Were you you've been doing a fair amount of photography. You got out quite a bit. So
yeah, went out Monday we had the day off, of course. So for Memorial Day, so went out and did some shooting, and I had some stuff from the week before and stuff. So
okay, yeah. Cool, good. Yeah, it's starting to get through the stuff I got from a trip to New York. Got the stuff developed and scanned, but only a couple kind of run through and tagged and everything at this point. So I'll try to get a couple more here next week. And I sent off all the color stuff to get developed. So I'll probably get that back. I don't know, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. It's typically usually takes about 10 days, which I think is fine because it goes all the way to California and back. Right. So
yeah,
pretty quick. So you want to get that in, and I'll have to spend some time and scan all that in and work on that as well. But yeah, pretty good. I didn't do any photography here this week at all. Trying to get caught up on everything after being gone. Even though I worked a little bit while we were gone, not too much, but I worked a little bit while we were gone, but there was still always something to do. So it's taken up pretty fast. So, yeah. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk a little bit about summer photography stuff coming up since we're coming into summer. I know people are vacations and that type of stuff, and we've pretty much already taken our trip for the summer, but we're gonna have photography stuff coming up. Yeah. Hey, Simi.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Doing well.
Hey, Sam.
Have a good Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah. Can't complain.
Get out and do a little photography over the week.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like Mr. Consistency when it comes to getting, which is great. You're getting out pretty much every week, which is fantastic, and you're producing a lot of good stuff. So, I was just going to talk a little bit about since we're into summer now officially, I guess, since we're past Memorial Day, about if anybody's got any trips planned or anything photographically or otherwise, but then try to include some photography in. Anybody going anywhere or doing anything?
Well, we got our anniversaries coming up this week.
Okay, congrats. Yeah. How many years, if I may ask?
10.
10. Okay, cool. That's a big one. That's a big one.
10 long years.
Yeah. No, you're supposed to say, "Man, I can't believe it's been 10 years. It's gone by so fast."
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's been good.
Yeah.
So we're going to Cape Cod.
Okay. That'd be nice.
Take the camera, but I'm not sure. I don't have anything planned.
Okay. Yeah. You'll get some photography.
I'm going to try. Well, I don't know. It's going to be hard because we're staying at a bed and breakfast. And so It's like, well, I got to sneak out, then sneak back in before breakfast.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to do anything for dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, oh.
So are you going up for the whole week?
Yeah.
Okay. So like during the work week, so are you going to come back on the weekend?
Yes.
Hmm.
Probably won't come back till like Sunday.
That's good. That's good planning. So you'll spend most of the time during the week when maybe there won't be quite as many people there.
Yeah, it's still early in the season, so.
Yeah. 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 Hopefully the weather cooperates. Is it supposed to be good weather for you as far as you know?
I don't know. It's raining right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it was kind of like when we were in Cooperstown. We had a little bit of rain, a little bit of sun, but still fun. And if do you guys like to stay in bed and breakfast when you go places?
Well, we stayed at this one before, so we're familiar with it, so it's good.
Okay, yeah, cool. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Hey, we're having a similar problem over here. It's raining sunshine over here.
Oh man,
pouring
down, huh?
Yeah, it's the complete well, the snow shovels, the sun shovels are just completely gone. You just can't find them anymore anywhere. They're just,
oh man,
trying to shovel all the sunshine is insane.
Yeah, I know, that's tough. And it happens every year about this time too, doesn't it? Run out, man. Feel for you. Oh, it's probably like 105 there today. So.
It's exactly 105.
It is 100. Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Seriously, yeah. Yeah, I checked it a few minutes ago. Well, it's 107 now, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 107. So, yeah.
Well, good. Yeah. Well, we're just talking about any summer trips, and Simmy's got a trip to Cape Cod coming up this week.
Ooh, Cape Cod sounds nice.
So you've been there a few times, so you kind of know the lay of the land up there as far as photography, I guess. Although you're probably not going to do very much, but have you got anything kind of set aside if you do happen to get out and photograph?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna wing it this time.
All right. Good.
So it's going to be just a vacay, no sort of photography. Is that what's happening, or?
Well, I'm taking the camera. If the opportunity presents itself, I'll take advantage of it. But
I got you.
Just got to have that emergency just in case, the just in case camera, just in case you happen to get some time. Yeah. Well, good. Well, if you've been to that bed and breakfast before, that's one of the things I like about going to bed and breakfast is you always meet some interesting people, and it's just a lot of fun usually. So,
how many years there, Sim?
10.
Oh, 10. Congrats, man.
Yeah, that's
congratulations. Cheers, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Or like I like to say one decade.
1 decade, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 10 years is a long time, so that's good.
Exactly.
Yep.
10 years qualifies. That's actually illegal. 10 years is a long-term marriage. So there you go. I know that firsthand. Yep.
For all the Social Security benefits and all that stuff, 10 years is the magic number.
10 from
so
there.
when she divorces you on 10 years and 1 day, Simmy, she can get benefits later on from the divorced spouse. So.
Unfortunately, once you hit double digits, it's official, my friend. The farther along you go before you split is the more each one of you is entitled to, my friend.
Yes,
I still have 5 more days, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has to be at least 10 years. I know that. I was just reading my bedtime reading right now is the Social Security laws and regulations. So I was just reading that chapter a few days ago. So it was fresh in my mind.
All this doom and gloom on it,
Divorce, survivor, widower, and divorce benefits. So just
all this doom and gloom, sweet. Hey, if you could find anybody to love you, man, longer than 5 months, man, swear, run with it. You know what I'm saying? That's it's all good, man. Cheers to you, man.
It's fun. Yeah. So good. So you're doing.
You even stay with me after I got the camera, which was amazing.
Yeah. Then it's serious, right?
Yeah.
Did you have the camera before you were?
No.
Together or not? Okay, so it was a post-marriage thing then?
Yeah, the serious side. I always had some sort of camera, but never took it seriously kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but the thing is, when you're married, if your spouse comes up with some quirky new hobby or something, as long as it's not illegal, you're married. You just can't. I mean, that's kind of that's a good way to pick up new hobbies because you're married, and that's really not a reason to break up.
Even if it is illegal, it's kind of like, to what level of illegal are we going here?
How far are we going to go down with that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it's illegal, but it's a little weed here and there, you're like, okay, they're legalizing weed in some states, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you're a street racer, and you're doing illegal car racing on the weekend, you're like, okay. But yeah, like if you're like axing people's heads off, we got to kind of draw the line there.
Yeah,
activities.
we need to talk about that. But,
yeah.
Okay. So you planned ahead, Simmy. You're like, okay, I have found the person for me. We're going to get married, and about a year or so into the marriage, I'm going to pick up my photography habit, and then they'll be fully committed at that point. So they can't.
I think I waited 3 years actually.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I waited. Let me see. First time through photography, we were like 5 years in, and then it was like 20. And at that point, there was no way she could bail out on it at that point. So
you cheated. I think you fed the bug to her, didn't you?
A little bit. Yeah. She enjoys it, but she's pretty much a reluctant photographer. I mean, she enjoys taking pictures, but she's not motivated to like just hang around for good light or that type of stuff. She gets a little impatient, so I have to be careful when I'm with Pam.
It's not her passion; it's your passion. It's not
she's mildly interested in it, and she gets some good shots. But I mean, that's not. She doesn't go someplace looking to see what she can photograph. So.
I bet you what would ignite, because since she already has a bug, not necessarily a big bug, I bet printing that work would really fire it up.
Yeah, that's actually we were talking about that because of the she doesn't take a lot of pictures, but when she does, she kind of takes her time. She would be perfect for a large format camera. I think.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah, maybe I can get her an 8x10. No, I can get her an 8x10. And then that'll be too big, and I'll say, well, I'll take the 8x10 here. You take the 4x5.
Yeah,
and then we'll be set.
Yeah, you could.
It's for you, honey.
If somehow Chevy can screw up on the Volt, now you could definitely get a new camera.
Right. Yeah, if they have like faulty batteries.
All we need to do is make some kind of.
Let's see. How much would that'd be? Probably like $4,000 for an 8x10. So we need at least like a $5,000 buyback difference. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, seriously though, the printing. I was showing her how that bridge photo that she took came out. She's like, yeah, it came out pretty good. It's like, it's an excellent shot.
It is.
It look great on the wall. That's what I told her. So I said, stay tuned.
You're not lying. I mean, it's absolutely the truth. I mean,
I'm gonna go print that. I'm gonna go get a print, and then I think I'm gonna get a print like at. I might try out that Bay photo. That might be a good time to try out the Bay photo thing with that print, because it's a nice shot. I mean, it's in good shape and everything. So it might be a good thing. And we do have some extra space on the wall. We've got got a section of the wall that would be nice for like a 20x30.
Yeah.
Pretty good. But yeah, I mean, 2 of the 3 big pictures in our house are hers.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So. I mean, I guess maybe I should ask her for photography tips.
Yeah, you're like, yes, he's the one with the actual art hanging on our walls. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But no, I think you're right, and that's a good point. I think we do spend so much time photographing and then geeking out on all the post processing and all that stuff that we get away from printing stuff, and I'm guilty of it. I mean, I've got a few prints up on the walls, but there's a good number of images that would be perfect, printed out. I just need to get around and do it. So
I got 5 more prints just this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Did you get them from Bayphoto or Costco or?
I'm actually cheating. I let my Costco membership go.
Okay.
And what I didn't realize, and it was a test, right? So I was like, the only thing I really use it for is big purchases. So like when I bought the house, I bought my bed and some furniture there and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't go to Costco other than photography. So I'll print photos and I'll go to the very front, get my photos and leave. It's really all I use it for. So I was like, let me just let it run out and then see how ordering them on Costco.com goes, and then order other stuff on Costco.com. And I swear to God, that's what I've been doing. And it's, I don't know how long that'll work, but
it's probably got working. some cookie or something on your browser. It probably, when you log in. And do you use like a password manager or anything for all the logins and all that stuff?
It lets me log in like always, and my photos are, I upload photos and I print them and they send them to me, because I know I can't go to the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? I know that because they'll make me pay they'll make me re-up the membership the minute I pay. But
so I wonder now, the real test is if you get through an entire year and they send you like a benefit check. You used to get the 2% for buying stuff, being a Costco member.
That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? Yeah, because I did have that type of membership.
The executive or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
The 2%. So if you get a check, then you're in. I mean,
But
I feel guilty at that point. I'd be fine ordering and picking up, or having them sent. But if they sent me a check, I'd probably be like, okay, here. Right. We didn't pay the membership fee, but that would be the trick. I mean, if you get a check shows up, then you're like, hey, all right.
I'm just gonna run with it, because especially with the canvas prints, you just can't beat the shipping on them and stuff. So
it's they are very reasonable, and I'm thinking that bridge, and I've got. I was telling Wes before you guys popped on that I've got some of the black and white. I've got all the black and white sheets scanned, but I've only got a couple that I posted this week. But I've still got like the bridge and a couple other ones to go through and finalize. And I've still got the color. And so I think that bridge one, it looks like it's pretty good from the scan. So that might be one to do. It'd be interesting to do a color and a black and white, and try one of them on maybe the black and white on canvas. That might be interesting.
Yeah, it's just I think to get them, with shipping included, I had 4 12 by 18s and one 20 by 30 from Costco.com, and I think it ran me $30 or $35. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that much. It took them 5 days to get it to me. You know what I'm saying? Longer than it, because I did order it over that long weekend, so that kind of you have to factor that in. So
an extra day or so, or they weren't working maybe because of
right.
I've been going through. I've gone through a little bit here this week and taking a look at older. I think I talked about that last week. Taking a look at shots I've done in the past and starting to flag them. It's like, okay, these are the ones I need to get some prints of. They're nice and really should be up on the wall.
Especially the 12 by 18s. I love that size. As you can tell, that's what's behind me now. I love that size because it's a great size. It's like $3. I mean, I don't care. Like I'll order 1 million of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, ship it to me, because if it comes out lousy, I'm like, I'm only out $3. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, but odds are, the minute I see it, I'm like, I can use this somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you can use it somewhere.
Now, where are you getting the frames for those? I know you were getting all those at Michael's. That's where I picked up a few. Are you still able to find them at Michael's?
Oh yeah, all of them. I get all my frames at Michael's. All of them. Yeah, you just can't beat their
sales. Yeah,
you can't beat it. I mean, even when they have Michael's has their own frames, and they're always 40% off. Buy one, get one 40% off. Always. Yeah. And then if you go there without a coupon, like I often do, because I'm not a coupon cutter per se, just ask the cashier. They're always giving you some sort of 25% off your purchase. And what I love about Michael's is they'll like put coupons on top of coupons. So if you can, or you're best off just keeping the app on your phone, and then the app will give you coupons.
Yeah, and what I've got away from Michael's a little bit because they closed was it last year or the year before that they closed a bunch of stores. Yeah, and they closed 2 that were kind of within our normal. Doing stuff. Yeah, and they still have a few in the area, but it's a little bit of a drive now. So I kind of got away from doing Michael's. But I just looked on their site now. It's like 40% off any one item.
They always.
Like you said, Joe, anything 40% off. I mean,
Michael's hands out coupons like crazy, but it's,
buy one get one free. You know
what I do, because Michael's is far from me, so I just 150, $200 I just plan on, and then I pretty much get 2 sizes of frames. So, but now I'm adding in the 12x12s, and so I got a handful of 12x12s, and then I got, I don't know, maybe half a dozen or 10 12x18s, and then at least half a dozen 20x30s. Yep. And that way I'm always ready, and I pretty much want black frames in my house. So, I'll get different styles of black frames because they offer that kind of variety for those sizes. And so it's great. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, they have like their Studio Basics or whatever they call it, which is,
so, I have extra storage in my house. So when I go, I make it worth it, and I'll buy a bunch of frames. And then now all I got to do is just order photos,
stuff to go in them. Yeah. I need to get some frames here, and because there's a lot of stuff that I need to print, and I want to try out we got this multi-$1,000 printer at that studio I belong to.
Oh my God!
To down there and do that.
I would be. I've already got. Have I showed you the extra? I have prints stacked this high that I don't even hang. I mean, literally this high. I have almost a phone book high of prints that I've printed. And they're just sitting there because I'll order prints, just to see it. And what I love about a print is that I know, unlike my screen or heck the screens we're looking at right now, going to look at your photo pool with them. I don't know what you're seeing versus the print. If we're both here looking at it, I know what we're both seeing the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the advantage. Yes, every screen, every monitor or screen is different. So
so I don't quite know what you're seeing. I have to kind of guess.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, and I've got a bunch of stuff to print and need to do it because there's wall space.
Right. Yeah. Because I'll send just as an example, and the models I shoot with a lot of photographers and world-class photographers, guys that are far better than myself. But it's so cool to see the reaction on their face when they see the images that I've sent them already, and they've posted on whatever social network, and then they come here and see it in print, and they're like, "Wow." You know what I'm saying? It's very cool to get that reaction. And you can't help it,
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, and I think most photographers are probably don't print enough. Yeah, I would say that because I know I don't. I mean, I've got a lot of good shots. Really, I mean, it's not the best. Good quality, and I'm getting better at it, and the shots are getting better. But there's a lot that should be on the wall that aren't. Just because I haven't printed them, because you just get busy and you get in the habit of just doing everything on the computer and posting and sharing and doing all that in the digital side of things, and you don't get the final physical printout. So we know Joe has like thousands of prints that he has not framed. I've got hundreds of pictures that I should print and frame. Sammy, are you have stuff that should be printed, or do you have a stack of prints waiting to be framed?
A little of both.
A little of both? Okay. Yeah. Do you print? Do you have a fair amount of prints on the wall?
Yeah, I got my own printer, and I got quite a few upstairs printed out, and some downstairs as well.
Okay.
But I would go crazy. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you're printing. I'm completely guilty of not printing any of my work, so that's a bad thing.
You got to print.
Yeah, I know. And I've got some stuff that I need to print, so that's my commitment. My mid-year resolution. How about that?
Yeah, especially now that you got that that new camera, I mean, that is ideal for it. I mean,
oh yeah, there's so much. Well, what it's ideal for is actually doing prints in the darkroom, which I know Dennis is just waiting for me to do.
What I find is that when you start printing, you start shooting for your prints.
Yeah.
With that in mind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see that, because you kind of have an idea what you want it to look like when it's a physical thing. Yeah, which is probably a good thing. It's probably
it's absolutely a good thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you know, and like Sim probably does this, if you have a particular decor going in your home, or maybe someone, maybe you're going to give it as a gift or something, but you've got that in mind when you're out shooting, and you're like, oh, this would be kind of good for this one area, and I'm going to shoot it wide because I want it to, I want to give myself plenty of room for this or for that, and it's really cool that way, man. It's great,
Yeah. And I've got lots of wall space that needs to be filled up. Now, how about you, Dennis? Any prints? I'm sure you have some prints on the wall, right?
Yep, I had actually one done last week, a 12 by 18. One of my infrareds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's infrared. Yeah, that would be. Which one was it? Which one did you get printed up?
The tree overlooking the valley.
Oh, okay. That was a nice shot.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what it was going to look like. I had it done in matte.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's. I should have had it done a bit bigger, really.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
20 by 30. There you go.
Yeah. My trays in the dark room only go up to, I think it was about 12 by 14, something like that. It's the biggest I can actually do. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't got much space for doing the real giant stuff.
Yeah. That's why I need to get. I think I got to check and see when they're doing a darkroom class. I think they're doing one this summer. So I need to get in there and do that. Now that I've got a few negatives, I want to. Yeah, because I think we can do a 12 by 18, or maybe I don't think you can go as high as a 20 by 30 on the enlarger. Is 12 by 18, is that a decent size for the enlarger?
Yeah, that's a very good size.
Okay.
Yeah, the paper probably going to cost a fortune.
Yeah, that might be true. So yeah, I've got some decent negatives now. So if I just get in, learn how to use a darkroom and actually print.
Yeah, I managed to pick up a box of black and white Ilford paper in 12 by 14.
Okay.
Unopened. The person had moved from their premises, and now they haven't got a darkroom anymore.
Oh, okay.
So it was half price, and it was in date as well. So it's all been pretty good.
12 by 14. Okay, that's a decent size. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. And so, what does that run new? I have never really looked at what the cost of paper.
I usually pay about RA4 color paper in 10 by 8 is about £22. A box of 100.
Okay.
So it's quite cheap, but black and white is normally double that. You'll pay probably the equivalent of £45. It'd be dollars in America, wouldn't it? But stuff's dearer here, so I think whatever we pay in pounds, you pay in dollars.
Yeah. Okay. So basically 50 cents a sheet. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's probably about what you're looking at.
Yeah, the big stuff I cut into strips, so I do test strips on the large ones, so you don't waste it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to see what you got before you go and use a whole thing, right?
Yeah, I don't bother with the 10 by 8 color paper. I just use them as test strips.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the other way around in the 70s.
Yeah.
You near a box of color paper, it costs so much money.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. How things have changed.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that's the next step for me, is to actually get into the darkroom and take some of these negatives and start printing them. But they've got that great print. It's a $7,000, whatever it is, the Epson 5990 or whatever the printer is. I mean, it's
so it should be quite good then.
Yeah, it should be very good. And it's what's it have, 10 ink tanks or something? So it shouldn't be any problem.
Some of them have got more, 14 inks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just need to take a few images. I need to get together with a guy and have him be there and just kind of show me how to do it once, so I can figure out,
If you're going to do it in the dark, if you're going to do it in the dark room, Mark, and you know, you'll find the black and white much more interesting, because colour you've got to do in total darkness.
Yeah. Whereas black and white you can do with the red light, right? Yeah.
Yeah. As far as I can see, there is no safe light for colour paper.
Okay. No, I would see doing most of the printing I would do would be black and white, I would think.
Yeah. I did buy a colour safe light. But it's got a sodium tube in it, and you have to leave it on for quite a while before it gets to the right temperature, because colour paper has got a gap in it. And I can't remember the exact nanometers, but it's blind to that frequency.
Oh, okay. So the light is at that frequency, so the paper doesn't notice it, basically. Okay.
Yeah, you can't turn the light on and off. You just cover it up, because it takes so long to get to the correct value.
Oh, okay. It's like the sodium vapor street lights.
Yeah.
You turn them on, and it takes an hour before they actually work.
Yeah. And they say that if you expose your paper to it for more than 30 seconds, you're going to be in trouble.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get it turned on, then you get a dark sheet or whatever to cover it up while you're doing stuff.
Yeah, what we used to do was get a piece of paper out and stand a cup on it.
Mm-hmm.
Put the light on for, say, a minute, and then develop the paper.
Okay.
If you get a ring in the middle of the paper, then you know it's fogging.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good test.
Yeah, so you can test out how long you've actually got before it starts affecting your paper.
Oh, okay. All right. So that gives you your safe zone as far as how much time you have to have the light on while you're working.
But me and Tim, we've done it. We don't bother with the lights. We just do it in the complete darkness. But you got to get everything set up.
Yeah, I would think you have to get everything lined up, and then you turn out the light, and then you remove the cover from the projector or the printer.
Switch on your enlarger, and then turn it. And I've got an auto timer on mine. You set your timer for what you want it to come on and off.
Okay.
If you're going to do 5 seconds, expose the paper for 5 seconds, it'll turn itself off. And after that, you've got to take the paper out the frame, put the clip on it, drop it in the tank, and then I've got another timer sitting right next to the tank, so I can just touch it.
Okay.
By 15 seconds later, out the tank into the stop, drop it into the fix, the Blix,
and
then after that, you can turn the light on, and you see this wonderful color picture.
Yeah, you've done in the dark.
You've done in the complete dark. Yeah, it's quite fascinating, actually, though, Mark.
Yeah. Yep.
They came out so good. I was really impressed.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, well, I'm starting to collect some 4x5 negatives. I think that will be good printed, so it's going to be a good. And the nice thing about it is I can take those once they're developed, I could do multiple prints and vary each one. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah, you can, because you can start playing with your color filters. So you can adjust all your different colors. If it's too green, you can. The only thing is it's subtractive, so you have to work in the opposite color. Yeah,
get a complementary colors and do the reverse, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
It's not easy like Lightroom, where you just push the slider up and down and RGB it.
Yeah, no, it's not easier or harder. I guess it's just different, and so it's whatever you were used to. I mean, when all there was that, then that's just the way you thought.
Yeah, but have you ever developed a black and white photograph, though, Mark?
You mean printed on paper?
Yeah.
No, I have not yet.
Yeah, you see, that's the fascinating bit, where you can actually drop a piece of clear paper into the solution and see your image appearing.
Yeah.
That's the bit you don't get with digital.
Yeah. I thought they were going to do a class this spring, and he didn't. I guess there wasn't enough interest, so I think that he's looking at July or August to do a darkroom class. So I'm going to do that, which will be nice, because I'm going to. I should get a fair amount of images over the summer here locally. I think is kind of my plan. So I should have quite a bit of stuff to work with when I actually do in fact get in a darkroom. So
I think we got so used now to scanning stuff and sticking it on a computer screen, but when you actually print a photograph in the darkroom and you see how good it is, how absolutely sharp it is.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
Rubbish, yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, it's so easy to scan. It takes time, but you can scan and dump it on a drive and then take it home and do whatever you need to do with it.
But we accept that as the norm now. You go, oh, that's a really good photograph. That looks really good. But if you compare it with a silver black and white picture,
Yeah.
and the difference between a photograph from the darkroom and an inkjet is like the inkjet sprayed on the top of the paper, whereas the black and white photograph from the darkroom is actually embedded into the paper.
Yeah, that's true. It is in the fiber of the paper, pretty much.
It is, yeah. It's in the layers of the paper, in the silver. Yeah.
That is true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So that probably adds a different level or layer of dimensionality or whatever you want to call it into the image.
Right.
Yeah, there's guys on YouTube who've done it. They sent off for the inkjet print, and they sent off for the real photograph.
Okay.
Which probably cost 10 times the money.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, there's the lab that I send my color negatives to for developing will do that. I mean, if you want, you can have them print on I think up to 12 by 18 or something. I mean, they will do it. It's a pretty steep price, but they'll do it for you.
Yeah, because they can do laser onto RA4 paper. And they can do actual darkroom on RA4. Yeah, they've got laser printers now which do it, yeah.
Right onto the, wow, yeah.
Right onto the photographic paper, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, but expensive, I would think.
Yeah.
Amazingly expensive.
Yeah, but that would get a silver photograph will last forever, won't it?
It should, yeah. If you do the job of fixing it and everything properly, it should last forever. Yeah.
It's never going to fade like a color one will.
Yeah. If you fix it and archive it, do an archive wash or whatever on it, it should be good. Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. I thought it was going to be this summer, but it's probably going to be this fall before I actually get into the darkroom and actually start printing. But,
yeah, it's going to be interesting, Mark, to see your opinion once you've done it.
Yeah. I have nothing to compare it to, so it'll be a completely new experience for me.
Yeah, but then at least you can say you're a real photographer now because you've actually printed your own photograph.
So, yeah. All these other fake photographers.
Right.
Yeah. It's just another variation on. I mean, it's another way of doing photography. I mean, that's really it. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's another way. It's just another medium, but it's quite interesting. It's quite satisfying to actually do it.
Yeah.
To develop the film and then produce the photograph.
Yeah. No, I think I agree. I've never done it before, but I can imagine it would be satisfying. So I will have to experience it myself and then report back.
You have developed your black and white film in the tank, though, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes.
That is. I mean, that's halfway there. I mean, it is kind of cool to do that and actually get something, or not get something when you screw something up. I mean, that's
the moment you open the tank and take the film out, and you actually see you've got images on it. That's satisfying.
I always ask Pam. I'm like, oh, I got something, because you don't know. I mean, you could have had an error. Could have had a light leak, or you could have screwed up. There could have any number of things. And so when I take the thing out of the tank and I see a negative on there, it's like, okay, well, at least there's something. I don't know how good it is yet, but at least there's something.
Imagine in the old days, Mark, when the guys were making those collodion
on glass,
painting it up. They were doing everything from start to finish.
and they were doing it on glass plates that if somebody sneezed, they broke.
Yeah, paint the glass.
Like, Fred,
the glass.
Some allergy medication. You just broke my sheet. You just broke my negative.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and there's guys that are still doing that. I saw a video. A guy that does. It's like a 18 by 20. Have you seen that one, Wes? There's a guy who does stuff in. Is it New York or something?
I think there's a guy that travels around and does it.
Yeah, and he uses it's like 18 by 20 sheets or something. It's a huge, and it's glass, and he does the whole colloid, everything. He's got a little trailer, and the camera's attached to the back of the trailer, and he's got everything in there.
It's pretty dodgy chemicals involved, though.
Yeah, yeah, and it's got to be so. I mean, I don't know what the cost is per frame, but it's got to be a couple $100. I mean, by the time you figure everything out.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a digital camera which can beat that resolution.
No. But on the other hand, if you take a whiff of your digital camera, you won't die either.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that.
Yeah, there is that. Exactly.
I mean, the stuff they use for the colloid, I mean, it's essentially, if you inhale that stuff a bit too much, I mean, it's not good.
Yeah, well, in our college, the guy in the dark room, he dropped the tongs into the bucket. And he said to his assistant, "I've dropped the tongs in the bucket. Can you get them out for me?" And they put potassium permanganate in the bucket.
Okay.
When he left the dark room, he had coloured hands for the next fortnight.
Oh, okay. Did it turn purple? What color does it turn?
Yeah, it's like a greeny purple, I think. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, he stains his skin, and it's really hard to get off.
It's like the rookie mistake that they do for everybody. Huh?
That's it. He says, "I've lost my exposure."
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I can actually go in the dark room here next.
Just don't put your hands in any buckets if they drop things.
No, thanks for the tip. I'm good. So, Wes, how about you? Have you done much? You have some prints, right?
Yeah, I did a bunch of printing years ago, but it's been a long time, and I have a lot of stuff I wanted to print.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of stuff that is very print worthy.
I just haven't. Yeah. I have a new office that I need to decorate. I hung up some old prints in there, but it's like it's stuff that I'm not exactly as proud of as what I'm doing now. So I definitely need to print more. I just haven't got around to do it. Last time I tried to sit down and do a print job, it ended up being like hundreds of dollars, and I was like, no, I don't think I can do that right now.
Yeah, I have more prints in my old office when I actually went to an office and worked than I do at home. Because I was like, I got to decorate the walls of the office. So I just did Costco stuff, and I got framed, the little cheap Michaels frames, and I did a little pattern on the wall, and people come in and go like, those are really cool images. Where'd you get those? And they're like, they're mine. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And it's told me that at least I had some good stuff.
Absolutely. God, I wish I could encourage more people. Because even the photos you make with your phone will print just fine.
Yep.
If you just give yourself some credit, there's people, that take just casual snapshots with their phones that would just be fine on a wall somewhere if you just made it into paper somehow.
The phones and the cameras there's lots of information there. So if you
Right.
And the cameras are pretty smart. It's not going to give you full artistic freedom, but if you use something like Snapseed or something, you can take a photo, do post on Snapseed, and send it off and get it printed, and pretty good.
I mean, they don't have to be super big. I mean, you're only talking, like I don't know what a 3-inch by 4-inch photo or whatever the hell they are.
8 by 10 on your desk or something. Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's but people are so used to just doing everything online. They open up their phone. Here's all the photos I've done. Here's go here, go here, go there. Take a look at this link and that type of stuff. And it's people just don't print. I mean, like I said, I'm as guilty as anybody. I mean, and most photographers probably don't print near as much as they should.
absolutely don't. I mean, it's most photographers don't. So that's why I'm just, recently getting on this big printing thing, whether you're in the dark room or not, print the damn thing. I mean, right now Amazon is giving away 50 free prints, for Christ's sake. I mean, it doesn't even cost you anything to get 50 of them. And most of us have at least, several hundred in your phone, and I'm sure you could find 50 in there that are worthy of a free little print this big. Yeah, and they have those collage frames, man. You could buy them for $15 in a Walmart somewhere, and just have something kind of cool that you did. I mean, it's just, there's no substitute for it, man. It's really cool. Yeah.
I agree.
And where's his medium format going? How are you getting on with that, Wes?
I got a roll of Acros in there right now. I'm working on it. I got a few more frames left.
Cool. Yeah, you gave some good results. The ones you posted, was it last week or the week before? Yeah, one's last week, I think. Were very good with the Ektar.
Yeah, I'm happy with it so far. I've been looking at other medium format cameras, just curious what's out there.
I'll tell you, Wes, once you use a medium format, you're spoiled, mate.
Yeah, once you use a medium format, you're gonna start looking at large format.
Probably.
Trust me.
The depth of focus on a medium format camera, you pay a fortune in 35mm to do it. Yeah, it's so easy on Wesley's old camera he bought is probably better than any digital dish out.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, that is one of the things that is very nice about the medium format. Yeah, you get the depth of field. The bokeh and everything is just instantaneous. If you want it, it's there.
You can separate your subject from the background with a $20 camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, how much did you pay? Like $25 for that or something, Wes?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, it's got a good lens. I mean, doesn't look like there's any issues at all with the lens on that thing.
Yeah, it's one thing. Whereas you can never lose a lot of money on it if you sell it.
No, yeah, that's what I figured. I'm like, well, this will be a good way to experiment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Well, speaking of, let's jump into the images here because it is it's almost 10 till. Going by fast. All right, let's take a look here. I think this was the last one from last week, right, Sam? Yeah. This is your black and white version of the image you had a little earlier.
Yep.
Famous lighthouse. Seen from many different angles. Now, have you ever been out on this little jetty over here and taken one from that way?
I'm not sure that you're out.
Oh, okay.
Out there.
I just looking at this, thinking about how many different angles, because we've seen it from over here, we've seen it from here, and I was like, well, I wonder what it'd be like over here. I think it's worth the risk, even if there's a sign. Let's say just go out there. Just saying, if you get caught, just say my internet photography buddies wanted me to do this, and they'll be like, okay, that's fine.
I'd have to double check, but I think the jetty is just out in open water.
Oh, okay.
Because there's another one that's on the other side of that one that kind of goes and then it stops in the middle too. It's like a breakwater almost.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Can't you just throw your camera out there and get a picture?
Yeah.
That's true. Yep.
Yeah. We get like a giant bungee cord, and that way you can toss it out, and then it will come back to you.
You did say that you were going to start looking into a drone, and so you could throw it up to the drone.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, that's a great shot. So here is so this was your what's your E1 with you put the Pentax 50mm on it, huh? Okay.
Yeah. This is the Great Swanee River, which is not so great right now because we're having a drought.
Wow. Yeah, that's
so it's lower than I've ever seen it.
So normally it would be this would be underwater at this point.
Yeah, it's normally low this time of year anyway, but it's extra low this year.
Yeah. Huh. Well, you get a lot of thunder. Summer, I mean, there's a lot of rain in the summer. Is that considered the rainy season, or is it more in the fall?
Yeah, it's a rainy season now. Where every day at 4 o'clock it rains.
Okay. Yeah. So you get the summer thunderstorms that pop up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is a little bit. Yeah, this is kind of a neat shot. I like the colors in here. The guy with the hat and the lady in the shirt back here.
Yeah.
Neat little reflection.
Is it really? So that's this time of year. It pretty much rains every day. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that.
You pretty much count on it raining every afternoon.
Yeah, there's just so much humidity in the air, and the sun heats it up, and it bubbles up, and
And then just rains. Yeah.
We kind of get that here, not quite as much as west, but we kind of get the same thing. There's just so much moisture in the air, and when the sun comes along and hits it, well, it's kind of like when you get the monsoons. I mean, that's when you're getting the humidity that's coming up from.
So it's not a long rain. It's just, but it does rain.
Yeah, it rains for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and then the sun comes back out and turns it into a sauna.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what you used to do that in Albuquerque a little bit there in the summer, Joe. You get that?
Yeah, you get the monsoons. Yeah,
definitely in Colorado. Yeah,
the monsoons here in Phoenix don't seem to be as bad or consistent as they were in Albuquerque. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much like clockwork on the Front Range of Colorado. You just figure every day, sometime between 3 and 5, it's going to rain.
Yeah, it would vary from season to season, but whenever it started, it was going to start pretty much that time every day. So sometimes they were morning, or sometimes they were evening, or afternoon. But if that's when they started that season, they're going to do that the whole season. Like that's. That's it.
So this is the K mount. So this is a 50 millimeter lens from that would go. Was that the standard lens that would go on like on a K1000 camera or something like that?
Right, exactly. I actually had somebody give me a K1000, and that was
okay. So then you just had to buy an adapter.
Right.
Do that. Okay. Cool. You don't notice any vignetting or anything, huh?
No, it looks like it has a little bit of chromatic aberration.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
And this is I just shoot JPEGs on this, so I haven't even bothered to try to clean it up or anything.
Yeah, just kind of right out of the camera and go.
Yeah. Just use their, whatever their high color film simulation is.
Yeah. Now this is Norwalk, Connecticut. So it looks like the remains of a pier. Is that what this is? Assuming? Oh,
I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah, I'm assuming this looks like wood, or maybe it was like a breakwater or something. I don't know.
It's wood. That's all that's left there.
Huh. Cool. That's neat. I love the light on this. End of the day? Is this taken at the end of the day?
Yep, towards the end.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's all side lit, so.
Yep.
That's what I like about it. I like the way that
shadows.
light. Yeah. I like the way that's coming in from the right, right?
And actually, there's more of this to your right, the of the whatever this wooden structure is. There's a gap here.
Oh, okay.
And you can see the shadows from the remaining of it, like the bottom there.
Like this here.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Oh, this
So
part
it's making
here.
the streaks there, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So it kind of goes off this way then. Yeah.
The composition was here.
Okay.
For me, so.
Yep. And only 44 seconds. So not too bad.
Yeah.
Is this your 10 stopper, Simi?
Yeah.
That's all he ever uses anymore, Dennis. I think he just leaves that. Leaves that on all the time, pretty much. Huh?
I bet
Not really.
The thread's jammed on the lens, isn't it?
He takes it off to clean it. Come on.
Yeah.
I've got a few like on some spots where the water is nice and calm, but
Yeah. I'm sure you're doing simulated film photography where it slows you down.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, 44 seconds to take a photograph.
Yeah.
And plus, the weather's hot now, so I have to put on the noise reduction.
Oh, okay.
Because I will get hot pixels if I don't put that in there.
Just because of the temperature.
So are you shooting with noise reduction on?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
okay.
whatever is there. If I take a shot for 2 minutes, I have to wait another 2 minutes for it to take the noise reduction shot.
Oh.
In the winter, I don't have to worry about it because it's so cold. But as it started warming up, I started noticing the.
Wow.
What temperature does it kick in? 70? I mean.
No.
Cool.
As far as it's down to 66 degrees, 65.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
When you start doing that long, the sensor just starts heating up, huh?
Yep.
Well, thanks for the tip, man. I mean, I didn't think about that. Okay, so so anything I do here, even even at high speed is just going to be affected.
You'll be all right, Joe. It's only when you do long exposures you get the hot pixels.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the kind of direct heat that would happen out here, I would imagine that even at high speeds, man, you might need to do some sort of because there's not a lot of guys that will shoot like if it's not in the morning or in the very late evening here because it's just so hot, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
one advantage of film, you don't get hot pixels, although if you leave the film in the sun, it melts. So
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of a danger. Yeah, that's a whole other kind
my sensor melted, basically. Yeah.
I get afraid to leave my equipment in my vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just too hot here, man.
Yeah.
It's really bad on your lenses or your glass too.
You cannot touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go in your bag to grab your equipment, you can't touch it. It's just too hot. So I don't do that. It's just
that's good. Yeah, it's it would. I guess it would affect the coatings on the lens.
Oh yeah, it's not good.
So this is.
And there's grease in there that melts and stuff. Yeah, it's bad news.
Yeah. Is this from personal experience, Wes?
Just shopping for old lenses and stuff. You'll see different problems, not just mold. You can have other problems that happens to old lenses.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it's not causes things to go
It's
bad.
not, especially this kind of extreme heat, man. I mean, it's just not good.
Yeah.
I mean, this heat. I mean, I'm learning, man. It's my third year here, my fourth summer.
Yeah.
And it's insane, man. This heat causes a lot of different issues.
Yeah, for just about everything. I mean, it's just so hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything anything mechanical or non-mechanical, people or mechanical.
Right.
I suppose the glue they use to put the elements of your lenses together could be affected in real heat.
Yeah, that's definitely another problem you run into.
You get the separation between the elements, and then stuff gets in there, and then
and then you combine that with if you get these windstorms, and then we get these severe habibs, and man, that sand blowing around and everything, and I mean, when you figure they test the equipment at our temperatures. I mean, I live at the extreme temperature that they test your gear at, so it's it can be quite challenging,
Yep, definitely. Well, this is another one from Christy, and this is, I'm assuming this is maybe Italy. I know she's been in Europe quite a bit, but this looks like something in Europe. A really old building with flowers.
Got a Venice tag on it. So
it does? Okay. Yeah, that's always helps to look at the tag. Yeah. Okay, Venice. I can predict that this image is from Venice.
Yeah, he looks Italian.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's neat. All the staining and age on the stucco. I'm assuming it's like stucco, and then these flowers. Yeah, that's neat. It just there's a lot of. I mean, that building's probably a couple hundred years old at this point, I would imagine. Yeah. That's one place I would like to go. I've had friends that have been to Venice, and it's really worthwhile. But
it's a photographer's paradise, Venice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably everywhere you turn, there's something.
That's a camera tossing place right there, man.
Yeah, I mean they should have the camera tossing Olympics there, I think.
Yeah, well, that's where it was first held. The first Olympic event was a camera tossing event. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, ancient Greece, and ancient Rome, ancient Romans went to Venice, what was now the site of Venice, and they did camera tossing.
Yeah, camera tossing. Man.
If you go to Venice, Mark, you better take loads and loads of spare cards with you if you're going to go there. You'll be taking photos forever.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's Well, if I take a large format and only a few sheets of film, then I have to find the absolute best shots.
Yeah, well, if you set up your large format camera in St. Mark's Square, then you'll only have to contend with about 10,000 people queuing up to get in.
Yeah.
Well, look at our friend of the show, Pat. Man, I mean, Pat's he still posts those photos from Italy. I mean, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
No,
so much stuff there. Yeah, this is it's a really nice shot. I love the colors, the textures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice, very nice. And then we are back on the beach, Meigs Point. 45 seconds. So you get the. This is called the Bad Company effect. I'm calling it now. The smoke on the water.
Yeah.
It looks cool, man. It looks cool. I dig that. I like the texture of the rocks.
Yeah, about the moss or whatever this is on the rocks. Yeah.
Well, you should have named this status quo then, yeah? They don't smoke on the water.
This is great. I like it. I like the low angle too. You get the tripod down to just the legs splayed out. Is that how you did this one, Simi?
Yep. With me sitting in a puddle of water.
Okay.
Simi, did you focus on that big rock?
The
one in the foreground.
This one?
Actually, I'm pretty sure I focused. Well, maybe I did.
F11.
It's in that plane. It was either that one or that smaller rock next to it.
Okay, so right in here at the beginning. Yeah.
You sharpen this at all?
For the web, yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Not a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. The detail in here is great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's good.
Very nice.
It's not a bad lens.
Only 156 faves, 80 comments. Terrible.
Yeah. Absolutely terrible.
No, that's a. Yeah, you use that lens a lot. It looks like that's a great all-in-one lens, probably. Nice walk.
I've only got 3 left now.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Sim. How much time does it take to add 148 groups? What's your process for that?
Does anybody know? That's a great point, Joe. Does anybody know a way to make adding images to groups faster than the only way I know, which is to scroll through and click add.
Yeah, one at a time.
Is there an app or an algorithm or something that can speed that up?
That's the only way I know of.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah. Flickr should really do something about that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they should have a preset. They should have several presets.
Or you can, like a preset for black and white images. Go in these, you know?
Maybe you could set 3 presets. I mean, that would satisfy me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and you could just set up all your groups for that preset. I mean, just a preset for each. I mean, the tags, everything. It would just automate. And YouTube was doing it they do it for your tags and that sort of thing. I mean, I don't see why Yahoo doesn't, allow.
I'm pretty sure that you could, because I used to do it, but I stopped for some reason. I have no recollection why, but you can set it up in Lightroom. So when you're doing an export, it'll export to Flickr to whatever, and I think you can do the groups there and have it set up. So
that's
really?
I bet you can.
Yeah.
I stopped doing it for some reason.
Do you use just the standard Lightroom produced Flickr plugin, or do you use a third-party one?
Yeah, I think it was the one from Flickr.
Okay.
And then something happened, some upgrade happened, and then you had to go back in and fix it. And I just never did.
Oh, okay. So you just literally you post an image and you pull up the scroll bar of all your groups and you just go down and click.
Yeah, usually I'll add it to a few at first, and then I'll come back, add a few more, and then and then after it's been out a while, I'll just add it to the rest.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, because that's almost the longest part of the whole and I'm only adding it to maybe 40 to 50 groups, so it's to add it to 150 takes a long time.
Oh, I'm not even doing that much. I might do like a dozen or maybe 20 at best, and then I'm like, oh, I'm tired of this,
Yeah.
And then you'll get a few invitations that'll save you some time, but it's easy to click on an invitation. But man, yeah,
this will probably be the last shoot I'll be doing from this one, at least during the evening, because it's kind of like it's going to be like high season now for this beach, both the rocky and the sandy part.
Okay, so it'll just be too many people.
Too many people, yeah.
Well, it sure is nice, man. I can see why. It's a nice location.
There's very cool. So we'll just look for the winter version of this here in a few months. There we go. A little. This alligator is being friendly towards his buddy. This is a great shot. I love this.
It looks like he's about to swallow that son of a gun. Look at him. I mean,
he was trying to. He grabbed onto him briefly, and then they spun around a bit, and the little one took off.
Wow.
Yeah, because he looks like, a couple times his size, man.
Yeah.
Is it nesting season now?
Yeah, it's mating season.
Yeah. So there.
I can't tell you how intimidated I would be seeing these dudes out in the wild like that. I'd be like, I couldn't get a lens long enough.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and there's no fences. They're just out there, but they stay away mostly.
Yeah. But well,
unless you have like a small dog or something. Small child.
Unless you had a small dog.
Go get him, Fluffy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Feed the alligators.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it helps to have a 1,000mm equivalent lens on your camera.
Yeah. What was that big lens we saw that it was all
was that 1800 mil, that one that was for horse racing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Canon horse racing photo stuff. It was like probably $100,000 lens. I mean,
just bring a telescope, screw it. You know what I'm saying? Just
No, that's cool. That was 400 to the second. Yeah, that's neat. That is. Now, how long did you wait around? Did you just happen upon this, or could you see it kind of coming to the point where something was going to happen?
Yeah, there was a lot. I mean, you can't see it here, but there was a lot of alligators in this one body of water, and they were all sort of moving around and jockeying for position. You could tell something was potentially going to happen. So we just waited a little while and caught this one.
Yeah, it looks like. Is this the tail? No, this is another one up here, isn't it?
Yeah, there's another one laying up on the bank there.
Yeah, that's just, oh my God. Yeah, that's just, I've never been around alligators, man.
Mm-hmm. I've eaten alligator. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Alligator legs.
I have too. I ate alligator when I went for that cruise. They served alligator.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. I don't imagine it was a very good alligator because I didn't really care for it too much. That cruise I was on didn't really have the best food, but yeah.
So here we go. We got the sunrise shots.
Yeah, I posted some more of my stupid little sunrise photos, but
that's cool. Everyone's different. Every day is a little different. Just clouds and
right. Yeah, so this was a short week, so there's only four sunrises. So, and like I say, I just snapped these with my phone. It ain't like a big deal, and it's while I'm going down the road. I guess I shouldn't say that, but
you're not doing it in traffic, so
yeah, and then I do drive thousands of miles a week, so it's I do have a little more experience at it than most, I suppose, but it's
how do you catch the phone while you're moving?
What was that?
How do you catch the phone while you're moving?
That is the tricky part, my friend. Yeah, I actually hook my case to a string, and then I can kind of reel it back in. Yeah.
Camera tossing is it's a little easier because the phone is lighter.
Yeah.
And then you got to reach that right speed. So it's probably like, my guess would be like 57.8 miles an hour is probably right about the ideal speed for iPhone tossing.
The tricky part is that it's so light and flat, and so it just like when so you have to really it's a certain amount of skill to get it when it's on the right flip.
Yeah.
Joe, are you still allowed to use your phones when you're driving in America?
No, but I mean, everybody does. So it's not.
Even the police do.
That don't make it right.
Mhm.
But it's one of those problems. Like you're just gonna have to live with it. It's you know.
Yeah, if you come here, Joe, don't do it here because like you can be banned from driving if you get caught using a phone.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'll keep that. Now this one I was actually happen to be standing
I really like this shot because it gives some perspective to things. You got the truck, you got the tree, you got the sun coming up. Yeah. It's really nice.
Yeah, this one I was actually.
You could print that one.
Yeah, you could print this one. Yeah.
You could sell that to a trucking website, a trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's it's not not half bad, and I take all these on my phone and I process them on my phone and then post them, and it's it's I just do it really to show people what you can do on your phone, and then print it, and then you've got something decent for wherever in your home or office or wherever, Yeah.
No, this is a nice one because it's just got a little bit of, it's got some stuff going on in it, and I like the sun kind of shining right off the front of the truck here.
Yeah, I was broke down there. Actually, I had another blown tire, so I was sitting there for 3 hours, and I'm like, oh darn it, I'm not gonna be able to get my sunrise photo. And then I snapped that I happened to be looking right at the mountains, so I'm like, oh okay, yeah, cool, there it is. And so as he's fixing my tire, I was just leaning against the front of my truck and just snapped that picture.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, yeah, frame it like this. Okay, get that other truck. And the guy in that tractor there that you're seeing, he was standing out on the ledge of his he had the door open, and he was standing right there on his step, smoking a cigarette. And then as soon as he went back in, then I got a couple of quick shots of this picture
okay. All right.
of the But yeah, he was standing there, and I'm like, well, I can't very well get this shot yet. I'm like, wish you'd hurry up and finish that cigarette. You know what I'm saying? And he did.
Yeah, back in his truck. Yeah. No, this is neat. This is a neat one. I like the colors and
thanks.
Nice. You got the star spot or sunspots on here, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the window reflections and whatnot. It's what's tough is when you get those clear skies, and you're just like, oh, not another clear sky, So you're just trying to think of creative ways to make it a little more interesting. So, and it's a challenge because I try to time it. I pretty much know my route like the back of my hand. So I'm like, okay, if I leave at this certain time, if I cut sometimes I'm cutting my break short so that I know I'll be at a particular place, hopefully at the right time.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it's a little bit of guessing, a little bit of skill as far as what, I'll look at my watch a lot and I'm like, okay, like right now it's showing me sunset right now is 7:35. So I know that in order to get this kind of sun, I'm about 10 or 15 minutes before that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
because there is those mountains off in the distance all over Arizona. So, it's a matter of getting those right before that sun hits the horizon, because that's what they consider full sunrise. So, you want to be there 10 minutes early to get this sort of shot. And that haze you see is just the super bad air quality from the wind blowing that sand around. So that's the sand mixing with that morning fog in certain areas, and so it's just
that dust or stuff.
It's that extra little seasoning that Mother Nature adds for a sunrise that you don't get for a sunset.
Yep.
Sunsets are a lot more crisp, a lot more clean in most cases, not always, but
it's true because the morning you have the fog and stuff that builds up overnight. Yeah,
right.
That's cool. And then this was Saturday. This is almost the okay. So this is
exactly.
Saturday.
You see what I mean?
Friday. So
Yeah.
I mean, the sun was over here on Saturday, right? Yeah.
So you can see what I'm saying. So it's really challenging when you get those clear sky day after day after day, and it's just, you're like, oh, you're killing me, man.
Yeah. No, that's funny. You're at the same spot within. So was the Saturday one a little later in the morning? Was this a little more after official sunrise on Saturday?
At a same time, just in a different spot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just
so I'm within this is a particular 20-mile stretch of road that I like to be at right now for the time that the sunrise is coming right now.
Okay.
So it's actually, I can give you this. It's I'll try to be somewhere between the 51-mile marker on I-10 to the 51 anywhere to even all the way to the 94, 95-mile marker.
Okay. Yeah, about 40 miles in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole thing where, I drive a slow truck. That's no secret. I can only drive 63 miles an hour. So in addition to that, there's all these other, trucks that are blowing my doors off. As you can see in this photo, there's a truck right there in the hammer lane. He just passed me. So it's a matter of looking in my mirrors, timing when the trucks are passing me so they don't block my shot either. And then I have to let them get far enough ahead of me so that it don't ruin the image. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to see just the back doors of some trailer in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, Joe's doing this. He's got tossing his iPhone out to get the image while he's going down the road in an 80,000-pound vehicle.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Don't try it. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There is. Sometimes I do wish I had a GoPro or something that I could mount so someone could actually see what I'm doing when I take these shots. And then
you need to get down a GoPro on the mirror, looking back into the cab.
It is kind of one of these days. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'll have a GoPro there so you can kind of see what I'm doing to get these shots. But
because you look at it. But as you're describing it, I'm like, okay. So basically, what you do, Joe, is you plan out you got to go to work. And you're like, okay, well, I check the sunrise, and then I got to determine when my break is. To get to this certain spot. There's actually a lot of planning that goes into each one of these.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I literally do. You guys know, maybe I haven't mentioned it here, but I work 12-hour shifts, sometimes 14 hours. And literally when I leave the gate at night, so I generally, not always, but on an average night, I'm pulling out of the gate between 9:15 and 9:30 at night. And I literally, from that moment, am planning this shot. Because I know, okay, from that moment on, like I said, I do this route every night. So I know, okay, when I leave here, okay, I can take my break, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? If I get swapped out when I'm at my meet point, if I get swapped out in this amount of time, I'll leave there by this time, and I can be at this particular spot or in that range. Yeah, to get it literally, you're absolutely correct.
There's a lot of planning. And I didn't really think about it, but as you're talking, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of thought and very deliberate. There's Friday and there's Saturday.
Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, that's one of those things that you caught on to it. Yeah, I actually do think about it.
You're planning these shots for like 9 or 10 hours at a time.
Longer than that, but yeah.
Now just think, if you put a 10-stop filter on your camera, then you have to do so much more planning.
I think about Sim. I swear to God, I think about him because they do have all these different attachments for your phone now.
Yeah.
And I do think about him because I'm like, what if I did get one of those attachments? You know what I'm saying? And then try it when the sun is actually higher, then I could shoot longer. You know what I'm saying?
Because you get an interesting effect. You get the motion below. Yeah, you get all kinds of interesting stuff. Yeah.
It really, I think about it. I honestly do. Yeah.
You're gonna need something solid for it to sit on, though.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, It's something I've thought about.
Get one of those like the little bean bags or beanbag mounts or something, and put the.
Yeah, then they have these different interesting. What do you call them, Wes? You can mount your phone to it and hold it, and it'll hold that sucker perfectly still. What do you call them?
Oh, the stabilizers, gimbals, I think they call
Gimbals. Yeah, they had those gimbals they have now, $100. Some of them are like $80. A 2-axis gimbal. I don't really need too much. A 3-axis would be a little better, but
Yeah.
I mean, $125. And I really thought about it. I'm like, where can I mount that in the truck? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's cool. And it's just an iPhone photo. That's all it is, folks. That's all it is. But there's so much planning that goes into it.
That's the point. Yeah, and it's just literally iPhone photography. Yep.
But still a lot of planning that goes into it. So here is your M3. Okay. This is the mirrorless Canon.
Yep.
With the bad focusing system, right? Isn't that what is it the rub on that supposedly? The focusing wasn't good.
They're getting better on their mirrorless system, but it's still not great. But I carry it with me when I have the big camera with the long lens, because I can just have something small with wide angle on it, kind of thing.
Okay. Yep.
Grab stuff like this.
Yeah. That's a neat perspective. Is this okay? Okay. Watch State Sink, part of the Paynes Prairie. Okay.
Yeah, this is where Paynes Prairie sort of drains into the aquifer. Is here.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, that's neat. I like the colors in here once again. So green. And I don't know what this is here. It looks like.
Yeah, just some leftover dead stuff. So we had like I said, we had a drought, and then the rains just started a couple weeks ago. So now it's been raining every afternoon.
Yeah, stuff's greening up. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's neat. And then the shadow going down the from foreground to background on here. Yeah, that's neat. Yes, and you did this 18 mil. Okay, yeah, wide angle, pretty much 36 equivalent, I guess, right? Yeah.
It's like 28 or something, I think it works out to.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's neat. So yeah, I don't have to worry about switching the lens, because then you walk down a little farther and you saw this, and you took out the other camera, and you got the there you go, alligator in the background, and the heron.
It's mating call, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Mating grunts.
There he is. He's walking along, keeping an eye out for.
Yep. I was like, just walk in front of that alligator for me. He did it.
Yeah. That's neat. And this is 600 millimeter. Very cool. Yeah, you're getting a lot of use out of that big lens. There we go. Okay. Little faves aren't popping up real fast. And here you got what's this? Bonnie Raitt song, right? Wild Horses.
Yeah, or Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
So I like this. This is cool.
Yeah, very cool. How many? What's the population of the horses there?
I don't know. Yeah, they're always so far away, and there's different clumps of them. And sometimes they're right up on the trail, and for some reason they're never there when I go there.
Okay.
So I have yet to have them close. So they were way out there.
And what? Yeah, cool. And so they're pretty much entirely wild. They're nobody's feeding them or supporting them in any way, right?
They're completely wild. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Are they left over from the Spanish? Is that what they're left over from, probably?
Yeah, or just runaways, maybe. I don't know exactly.
But you've got bison out there too, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
Although they got rid of all the males. So now it's only females. So once they die, there's not going to be any more.
Huh. So they got rid of the males, because they didn't want the population to increase. Is that basically it?
Yeah. I don't know what the whole story was on that. It was a whole political debate.
Huh.
And so
you get rid of the males, it's only a matter of time before you have none left at all. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta have both.
probably, somewhere between 5 and I don't know how long bison live, but I imagine they probably live a long time if they're not. They can probably live 20, 30 years, I would think. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't really think about wild horses down there, but that makes sense. I mean, it's essentially a prairie, wet marshland prairie area. So probably lots of food for them, lots of stuff to graze on. So that's cool. All right, here is the first shot I made with a large format camera in Cooperstown. So this is Abner Doubleday Field.
Yeah, this is cool, man.
So this is old. I don't know when this field was built. I don't know, sometime around the turn of the century. But this is with my orange filter. I'm putting the orange filter on all the black and white, and I like the results. So I think I'm going to keep using the orange filter on this. But they have games here. I guess people pay, like, I don't know, teams come from all over the place to play on the field. Supposedly where baseball was invented, although there's the only reason the Hall of Fame is in Cooperstown is because it was more of a political thing than anything. But but the field's really old, and they play a lot of baseball there. But teams will come from all over and pay like $1,000, to play a game on the field. So this was after the day's game, kind of in between. It was kind of rainy, kind of drooly, so we came here after dinner. And I was waiting for this guy to get out of there. He was out kind of maintaining the field. He just got done cutting the grass, and he drove his mower in here, and I was like, okay, I got time to get the shot. And he came out with his weed whacker. He came out with the weed whacker, and I'm like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But this was, I did this at, what did I do? 2 seconds at f/45. So,
ton of detail in there.
Yeah, there is. And you can see the section 101, 102, all this is here. And if you were to zoom in 1 to 1, I can read the sign over here too. And it's still pretty clear.
You tilt this lens, did you, Mark?
Yes, there's a little bit of, I think, a little bit of downward tilt.
Yeah.
And I don't think I did any. No, I didn't do any rise on this. Just a little bit of downward tilt.
Yeah. So you focused on the foreground and then adjusted to the back. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I focused kind of right here.
Yeah.
And then adjusted to get basically this fence back here. This fence or along this line. There's a flag over here, I think. Yeah. There's an American flag hanging here that I was kind of focusing on.
That's pretty sharp, yeah.
Yeah, it came out pretty good. So I'm getting a little faster at it, and plenty of detail. So it was kind of a good. Good
when you print off of this, you can use the color filters in the enlarger to adjust the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically make it what you want.
Yeah. So this was kind of a neat. I mean, it's more interesting just because of what it is. It's an old. Yeah, that's an old field. It's a historic field, basically. So, kind of a neat place. And then this was the next morning. This is, I don't know, maybe 10 miles or so outside of town. This is where I met the photographer. Where I was telling you last week, the guy came down in a car. I'm like, I'm busted. And the guy's like, hey, I haven't seen anybody using a view camera in a long time. So, but this is that old, octagon-shaped barn. And what did I end up? Yeah, this was half a second. This was pretty bright. It was kind of overcast, but the sun was still pretty bright day. Once again, pretty good detail. I'm pretty happy with it. It came out pretty good. But there's lots of grass here. There's a dandelion, I think. Yeah, dandelion in the foreground, some flowers. So,
what did you focus on this one, then, Mark?
I focused right here. There was this little, whatever this is, little puffed plant or whatever, and then little. I did a little bit of forward rise on this to shift it down a little, to shift it down a little bit to reduce the angle of the hill. It's a fairly steep hill.
Yeah, it's a really handy tool where you can just rise and fall.
Yeah, I set it up and then just played around with that, and then did the front tilt. a little bit. So, but yeah, it was kind of cool. And I met a really cool guy, good photographer. He shoots he shot 8x10. He says, I still got 8x10 Polaroid film in my freezer that I use a little bit every once in a while. So very, very cool. But he does, he has a studio in Cooperstown, and he shoots most of the games at Doubleday Field. So that's where he generates his income. Is he goes in and photographs all the games going on there, and then sells images to the people that pay all the money to play at the field. So that's where he makes his living, doing that. But he got to start doing architectural. That's how I got into the view camera, and then he did aerial photography for a while too. So
yeah, that tilt shift is what's good for those architects, man. They
yeah, you can crank everything up.
Yeah. So no, it's pretty cool. I've got an email from him. He sent me an email asking how it went, and I sent him back and said, I'm just working on these images. I'll send them to you when I get them done. And he's like, hey, if there's any tips or anything, let me know. So pretty cool. And I thought I was going to get yelled at for trespassing. So, but I found with that camera, I mean, nobody can get mad at you. I mean, come on, it's a smile maker. I think that's what the camera is. Yeah. Nobody can yell at you for it.
Some people don't even know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, pretty much. They're more confused than anything when they see you with it. Oh, this is a really foreboding shot. I like this. This is very cool. So you got a thunderstorm rolling in, I would imagine. What this is?
I was out scouting, and it was spotty, driving through rain and cloudy. Yeah. And we have there's quite a few wetland areas in Connecticut, and but they're hard to get to, or they're on private property or behind private property.
Okay.
There was a good pull off on this one, so I turned around and I was able to get here. Had to kind of wait between spurts of rain.
Okay.
I did get a little wet, but that's all right.
So you did. How many shots is this composed of? 2 or 3?
No, I did. I did 8 to 10 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did it at 50 millimeters. Okay.
Camera sideways. Yeah.
Wow. So that's a big image by the time you got it in Photoshop, huh?
Yeah.
Slow down the machine a little bit.
A little.
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Yeah. I find just editing the black and white scans, they're 350 meg or whatever, and it takes Lightroom works pretty hard to like going in, if you're like picking out spots and that type of stuff with the clone tool or whatever. Yeah. You click a few, and then my computer's old, but I click a few and I'll wait like 5 seconds, and then it does its thing, and I can click, then I can do a few more. So it's a little bit of hurry up and wait. But yeah, this is cool. So did you do, was this 3/10? Did you kind of darken these up a little bit, darken up the clouds a little bit?
Just a little bit. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's neat. And all the, when was this taken? Okay, May 26th. So the grass isn't fully greened out yet. And there's still, all the new growth hasn't come back up through the old stuff, probably.
I don't know if that'll ever be green.
Oh, okay.
It mainly there's green mixed in there, but there's mostly those stalks stay dead to yellow.
Okay. They never really green up, huh? Okay. Yeah, there's little spots of green here and there throughout it. Some dead trees. Yeah, that's a neat. That's a neat scene to have those clouds rolling over. Yeah. Very nice. Big sky type
More
effect.
to come.
Okay.
I was able to take a few from here at this spot, and then on to someplace else.
Okay, cool. Well, that's excellent stuff. Great shots as always, guys. Fantastic. I've got a couple more to edit. I'll probably have a couple more posted, and maybe a color image next week. I don't know. It depends when I get back the developed color ones. But they're essentially the same ones in black and white. I just took them in color. So I did one each in black and white and one in color. That just seemed like interesting just to see what the differences are. So hopefully I can get a couple more of those posted. But I did have I noticed today going through the scans that I had one of the negatives. I don't know if I can. one of the negatives, it looks like I got a stain on it, and I'm thinking it might be that it is it this one. I can't tell. Yeah, there's a little. Well, you can't see, but there's like a stain from maybe it didn't dry properly, like something stained when I hung up the negatives after developing. So I think I'm going to have to re-wet that one and dry it again and see if I can get that, because I noticed it on the scan. I didn't notice it when I scanned it yesterday, but when I got in there today and was doing the conversion, starting on the conversion, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh, bummer.
It was like a I don't know, like a big raindrop on the side of the image, and I think it was from that it didn't dry properly, or all the water didn't come off when it dried. So I'm gonna have to re-wet it and see what happens. But yeah, rescan it. Hopefully it comes off. If not, then I'll just post it as is, and we can figure out what it was.
You use a wetting agent, Mark?
What's that, Dennis?
You use a wetting agent to
I do. I have the Kodak Photo Flow.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. I had six sheets, and I developed all six. So it was, and I do two sheets at a time in the tank. So I went through 3 times, and that's what I did on Monday, on the day off. I spent a couple hours in the afternoon doing that, and I have to. Now I typically put like a couple drops in the tank, and or in the thing, stir it up, pour it in the tank, and that's the final thing, and I just take it right out of that and hang it up. So something went wrong. I don't think it was the developing. I think it was probably the drying. So I think if I re-wet it and then dry it again, that should fix it. I hope.
Yeah, well, those black and white ones you just done, Mark. If you get access to your darkroom, you want to print them onto black and white paper.
Yeah, no, those especially the barn, and I think the covered bridge that I did, I think is going to be 2 that will be very good for printing on paper. So,
yeah, I think you'll be surprised how sharp they're going to come out.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few. I've got 4 or 5. Yeah, probably 4 or 5, including those 2 that I think are worthy of taking the extra expense of doing it, printing it on paper. So I've already got them picked out, and that's what I'm gonna do this fall if I can get into darkroom and do those. So cool. All right, good show, guys. Appreciate everybody showing up. Joe, yeah. It's probably it's 6 o'clock. It's probably down to like 106 now, so you can probably go out and get a workout in. Right?
Yeah, well, it's 109, but yeah.
109. Oh, okay.
Oh,
109 in the shade.
Yeah, it's 109 outside. I'm not even dreaming of going out there. Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, my patio furniture is all metal too, so yeah, I have no desire to go out there.
Oh. I thought you said it was all melted.
No, my patio furniture is metal. I like durable stuff, and so I bought this. It wasn't summer when I bought it. You know what I'm saying? And now that it's summer, I'm like, or getting to be.
Did you buy it on sale? Was it on sale?
No,
now you
actually,
know why it was on sale. I was gonna say.
It actually wasn't, but I just like durable stuff that's gonna last, and you know what I'm saying? Because anything else, I'm telling you, in this heat, like if you buy wooden furniture, I've seen other people's wooden furniture.
Oh yeah, it goes.
It doesn't last here that long. Or there's plastic furniture that especially, oof. Ceiling fans droop if you don't get the right type of fans. I mean, it's a trip, man. I mean, this heat, because it's
now, does your patio or where you have your furniture, what direction does it face?
I'm fortunate because I have a north-south house, and so my backyard is north, so the sun is just always shaded.
That's nice.
I have a good-sized back patio, so it's just always in the shade.
Yeah,
so that nice. Part is
it's
nice.
It's still 109, but at least it's on 109 in the sun.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm telling you, man. I don't know that it helps, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's just.
Well, you use the patio furniture between October and April.
It's like sitting in a blow dryer. I'm not even. It's like just sitting there with a blow dryer.
And that's why you need a cooler of like a light, good Pilsner, like a good crisp German Pilsner, just in a cooler sitting next to you.
There's people that have some pretty intricate. They have ceiling fans that actually have sprayers on them.
Okay.
You know,
Mist systems. Yeah.
There's these. I mean, they're like $500-600 a pop. You know what I'm saying? But they're really cool, and they have misters on them. Or some people will spend a few $100s on really nice, intricate metal misting systems. Don't get a plastic one because, like I say, it'll just get destroyed in a couple years.
Well,
So,
yeah. They spend a lot of effort and money on trying to make the outdoor environment livable in the summer. And with us here, it's the humidity and the mosquitoes. Which everybody spends thousands of dollars. You know, people spend thousands of dollars having the mosquito people come by and getting all those mosquito eaters and all that stuff. All I do, I just send Pam outside, and they all go to her, and then I'm fine.
There you go. Yeah. You're like, let me just, put her out there first. Yeah.
And then when I see her like totally covered in mosquitoes, and I'm like, okay, time to go out. Yeah. They've all. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe I'm not that sweet, so I guess that's probably it. But she goes out and she'll get bit instantly, and I'm like, I don't get bit. I don't know what it is. But yeah, mosquitoes are the big problem here. That and the humidity in the summer. So that's the thing. Like, you can say it's a dry heat, but it's just so hot that I don't know that it makes a rip, because it is hot. I mean, it's 109. And it dropped to 108 now, so it's 108. So see, there you go already. It's getting better. Get the park out. Whew,
yeah,
cold.
It's getting better. So the low is 82, by the way. So that's some people's high, but the low will be 82.
Yeah, like Dennis, if you guys get 80 in the UK, that's warm for you, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the weather's quite good at the moment. It's, it's nice t-shirt weather.
Okay.
Well, it blew me away because I keep up with a lot of the sports reporters and stuff, and some of them are in Oakland covering the ball game, and they're talking about taking jackets because it's like the high is supposed to be 60-65 degrees in the Bay, and I'm like, what? Like, I can't even conceive that. You know what I'm saying? I can't even, because it's just so hot here. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, the thought of it being cold somewhere right now is just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, that's all. It's all what you're used to, and right now you're used to hot.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
All right. Well, good. Hey, good show, guys. Everybody have a great week. Look forward to the whatever you post for next week, and get out there and shoot. There's my new cheer. All right. On that note, I'm gonna close this mess out. So we'll see you guys. Thanks, Dennis, man. Joe, Wes. See ya. Bye.